Yo, yo. What up? What up? Yo. What up? What up? Hey. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Benny's crib. What up? Yeah, just leave your shoes over there. It's cool. Yeah, thanks. Does that sound cool? Yo, what up? Welcome to Benny's crib. Portland, Maine. It's another night. Very humid night out here. Very hot night. We don't have a fan on or an AC unit on currently because of background noise. Obvious claims and such. But regardless of that, I'm high and I'm here with someone I'm very excited to introduce. A renowned DJ out here in these Portland streets. DJ Double Dessert. How are you this evening?
Hey, I'm good. I'm also high.
Tremendous.
Feeling chill.
Chill, relax, in the moment. That's all we can be. Let's see if I can keep flowing and vibing. You're more of a DJ, almost as you were saying, a dance party DJ earlier off camera. And in my opinion, hip hop in the modern era, in the modern youth era, hip hop is going to be a part of a lot of dance parties.
Yeah, I feel like it always has been, though. You know, there's
100%.
There's so many different dance moves created specifically because of hip hop. Like,
True that.
Yeah, it's for sure a dance party.
And b-boying and just live DJing are a part of the 5 pillars of hip hop, or the pillars of hip hop, depending on who you ask. So those are just essential too for just partying in general in most places, dancing and DJ. So
Yep.
More facts on facts. And the reason I bring that up is because it's pretty much a hip hop oriented podcast for the most part, but DJs are a part of hip hop, So of course we're gonna interview DJs too. And I'm gonna segue into my first question that I tend to ask everybody, and that is, what is your first memory of hip hop?
That's really hard. I grew up like addicted to MTV from like a super early age. I definitely like had cassette singles of such tracks as Hammer Time
Nice.
and Hard Knock Life Volume 2 on cassette.
Ooh, that's a clutch one. That's a nice one.
Yeah, I had a lot of pretty good cassettes when I was a kid. So I don't know, I collected music early on and recorded it off the radio onto cassette because I'm
Ripping
old
your
as
own
fuck.
mixes. I did that too, And with
Well,
VHS
yeah, and
tapes.
like that was really fun because you could blend the songs together a little bit with the cassette because you could warble it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I used to do that and get really serious about it.
Yeah, that's pretty. If you think about
In
it,
my
it's a
kitchen.
pretty high tech thing for kids to be doing. Like, not only are you ripping something, you're like manipulating the sound that you're gonna hear in the tape, and you could be like, 6, 7 years old doing that shit if you really like to tune it up.
I was like 13 by the time I was doing that.
So I'm thinking of like, actually, 6 is pretty young. I'm pretty high. I'm thinking like, what is that? Like, that's first grade. I don't know if I could be doing that. I could record VHS tapes though.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause that was easy. You just press record and you watch it, and watch the red blinking light.
Yep.
That's a different era. I mean,
Yeah,
that and
for
LimeWire was like probably the Wright brothers seeing like a Boeing engine. It felt like it was just like, what the hell? Like, how we this progress so fast? A lot of people don't understand because they have phones like in their pockets, but I remember like how slow video content used to be.
Yeah, oh my god, I remember the dial-up sounds
Yep.
of the computer,
The
for
dial-ups.
sure.
You couldn't be on the phone. You used to not be able to be on your phone, not your cell phone, your landline, and the internet at the same time. Sometimes
true.
you log on, trying to be playing a game or something, or somebody trying to make a phone call, and there'd be family feuds, divorces.
Yeah, feuds. If you would get a phone call, it would kick you off the internet. You couldn't even get phone calls.
Yeah,
It was
everyone's
hard
like
out
8
there.
devices up. That's so funny. You really have to share like one device at a time. Maybe you could have the TV on, so 2 devices, or the radio on, so 3 if you really think about it.
Right.
Now you could have
You have all of the
10
devices
devices.
on one device
I
now.
got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even want to count. There's a GoPro. There's a camera over there. I feel like a hidden camera show. There's a camera over there. There's a camera over there. There's a TV over there. But anyway, shout out early memories of hip hop.
Yes.
Briefly for the people, where are you from?
I'm from Auburn.
So you a Mainer forever?
I'm a Mainer.
You from LA?
I'm from LA, it's true.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Watch out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Lewiston, Auburn for those. We're not actually claiming Los Angeles. Just so there's no confusion to any of the national viewers who don't understand Maine lore. But
That's what you called it.
that's what you call it, yo.
The
LA,
Twin Cities,
allegedly.
LA.
Twin City. I forgot about that. And again, as much as you want to indulge to the people, what were kind of your hobbies? When you're growing up, being like a young.
Oh my God, music. Music was everything. Music was my like identity growing up. I went from being obsessed with like grunge. I was early on like Silverchair, Bush,
Okay, yeah.
White Zombie, Korn, big time
course.
new metal,
Of
big
course.
time. Limp
I was gonna
Bizkit.
say Limp, but yeah.
That shit changed my life.
Was it Significant Other? Is
Yeah.
that has
Significant Other.
adult-
$3 bill, y'all.
DJ Premier and Method Man song, right?
Yeah.
Which is hella hip hop. They're very,
Yeah.
very hip hop.
I recently have been thinking about Fred Durst actually, and so I wikied
Yes.
him like 2 days ago,
No.
and he's labeled as an American rapper, which I was actually surprised by. But if you think about it, it makes sense.
I can see from like the mainstream definition someone
I like
giving him.
wouldn't have assumed that.
I would say
but
like new
it's
metal
like,
artists
okay,
or like
thank
alternative
you.
artists, maybe
Yeah,
even
for
more
sure.
so. Because you're gonna hear.
Alternative new metal for
um,
sure.
Like, you're probably gonna hear Limp Bizkit more on alternative rock radio than
Now you
hip-hop
are.
radio.
Yeah.
But they were rapping. It's kind of weird. Like
They were rapping.
and they were hard. Like honestly, like
I saw them live with Ice Cube one time.
I was gonna say,
You guys-
what was it like to see like what's that break stuff?
Yeah, they
Live?
had.
I would
So
go crazy.
I saw the Family Values tour. So Ice Cube was there. He rolled out in a wheelchair. Limp Bizkit had a UFO on stage, and they had all these break dancers come out of it.
That's wild.
It was sick. It
Wow.
was sick.
In terms of music, what specifically were you kind of identifying with at that time? Was it more like consuming it as a fan, like getting into making? You said you were ripping tapes too when you were in your
Yeah.
teens.
Oh, and making lots of collage tapes. So I got really into like new metal, and they'll have all these like scream moments, and I used to like record my favorite screams and just make tapes of all of their
Whoa,
sounds.
how old are you when you're doing that? How young are you?
I was in junior high.
That's
Junior
pretty
high.
impressive. That's like meme culture in a sense.
Kind of, I guess,
Like
yeah.
your forward-thinking meme culture. I gotta take a sip of water for a second. 'Cause that's
Me
your
too, I'm
memory.
gonna join
Yeah.
you. It's hot as
Oh,
fuck
no.
in here.
Hydration always.
Stay hydrated.
Podcast etiquette to me is being in the best and healthiest state to communicate as authentic as possible with a perhaps purpose or maybe for no purpose. So in order to do that, I gotta make sure I'm hydrated because I can't be talking for like 90 minutes.
Mm-mm. Drink
Freestyle
more
these
water.
questions. Not really. I do my research, but regardless, it sounds like you were heavily into music, especially with like a almost like physical attribute too. Like you're recording shit. It's not just you're listening to it. Because
Yeah.
I think that kind of even can
I played
like,
with it.
DJing today. You play with music and you blend music live.
That is it. That's all I do. I'm just like a big old music appreciator.
Curator.
Yep.
Well, I want to talk more so now about maybe other parts of your life where music might have been like. Did you have any like close family members or like friends or just any like musical roots around you, or were you kind of like the first one who was heavily into it?
Yeah, my family always liked music. My parents were like really good about making sure they took me to shows. Like I started going to shows in 8th grade,
Still.
and they took me to everything. My mom cried when she saw me crowd surfing at a Mighty Mighty Bosstones show.
Oh, that's pretty dope. It's like a proud moment.
No, she was upset.
Oh, I'm thinking like
She
a
thought I was
tender
like
moment.
hurt.
And you're like, were you having a good time?
Yeah, I was having a great time.
Yes.
Yeah, I was surprised she was
See,
crying.
mom, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's fine. So, yeah, they were always really big into it. But nobody was like a musician or anything like that. And honestly, like DJing wasn't even my idea. My friend Catherine pressured me into it.
Damn. That's pretty interesting.
And then
What's
like
top
I
of
had so much fun and I just really liked it.
Was
And
it
I just
like
rolled with it.
just go up and do it? Like how does that night play out?
So she came up with this idea of a BFF ball, and this was like 5 or 6 years ago, and she wanted Tasha Judson and Megan Harrington to be like a duo, a DJ duo, and they had just started dabbling with it themselves, so that made sense. And Catherine had DJed before, and so she was just like, I want you to be my like BFF partner, and we'll be like BFF
Yeah,
ball, like
balance it out.
yeah. And the whole thing was like bring your BFF as your date, and it was cute at Flask.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. Ever since then, I just kept doing it.
When was that?
That was like, I don't know, like 5 years ago. It was like in June. I remember it was hot. Flask
Just
was
like
packed. Yeah, just like tonight.
Oh, a hot summer Flask night when it's packed is one of the best. And like worst things in the world.
Yeah,
at the
it's
same
humid.
time.
Like you can't see through there. Like if you
Oh.
took pictures, they'd be foggy. Yeah.
And it, like you pick your camera and your lens with like immediately have like a film on it. Like, it's
Immediately.
nasty.
Yes.
Again, in the best way, I'm saying.
In the best way, for sure.
That's wild. So yeah, it's like somewhat recent, in the past decade.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it hasn't even been that long.
But I do like to connect the dots in a sense because it does sound like in your youth, you definitely
Yeah.
had these themes. It wasn't like you were a beekeeper or studying to be like an astronaut or something.
Yeah, no,
Unless
music
I'm
all
putting words
day.
in your mouth. Like maybe perhaps you were studying
No.
to be an astronaut.
No, not
No-
at all. I
no
wasn't doing
beekeeping.
that much. I worked at Bull Moose. I just literally.
I worked at a Bull Moose too.
Yeah, nice.
Which one did you work
I
at?
worked at Scarborough and Lewiston.
Dope. I worked at Mill Creek.
Nice,
Yeah, yeah.
nice. I left before they even had Mill Creek. I'm old. I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, you and the OG.
Yeah, before they started looking like Borders.
Yeah,
when they
that's
looked like a
true.
dirty
Like,
basement.
no, they got like tchotchke and books.
Yeah,
I still think back to like the dope music I bought in there over the years.
yeah, I know. Iconic.
And it's just I was talking about this a couple maybe maybe 2 podcasts ago. Regardless, you can just access really dope labels like backlogs in their warehouse through the POS system. And like that's pretty wild for like a 20-year-old. Maybe I'm high on the
Yeah.
clock, which you couldn't do, but I don't work there anymore. And,
Same though. Same.
and I'm looking up like what Jay Dilla instrumentals they want to find. And
Yeah.
it's like this may or may not be in stock. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot the shot, and I got the record now. It's just
Yeah.
like, that's such a empowering feeling for a young music fan. I think so. I did appreciate those moments for sure.
Oh my god, Bull Moose was so good about letting you order whatever you wanted. Like I was obsessed with that record label Finders Keepers, and all their records were like $20 or $30. But they let us order them, and sometimes you could like preview them.
Allegedly, this
Allegedly.
is all alleged details.
Allegedly,
Performance
if,
art. But regardless,
and because they just come in the sleeve.
oh, you're not gonna rent the plastic at all. I was at Bull Moose too when they were shipping hella records, and it was like in the vinyl revival, people fucking call it. So anytime like a '90s band would renew it, it'd be like some Fish album or some live album or like
Little Eve
Alien
Six.
Ant Farm or
Yeah,
something.
oh,
It's like $40 gatefold 4 LP, and they'd sell out. And you know how hard it is
Wow.
sometimes you have to like fit this in a certain mailer with a certain amount of styrofoam and the right
Yes.
tape and shit. But then
Yes.
these are like the most hardcore, like bum ass, no offense, vinyl fans who are like, if there's a seam split or any dent, I'm immediately returning it and I'm gonna like leave a bad review. It's just like, bro,
Yep.
we're trying our best out here. We're sending out
We're
1,000 Fish
humans.
records this week.
Just one person, man.
Oh man, I'm just glad I had those memories.
How many
in a
CDs
sense.
could you hold in one arm?
Oh yo, I was deep. I
Same.
could probably like I would
Yeah.
go.
I could bend. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do the elbow tuck.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if you really get ill with it, you
Yep.
do the you ever pinch them in between your fingers?
Oh, definitely.
And then put some
I
over
worked
your
midnight
chin.
sales,
Yeah.
so I always had to change over
I could
everything.
probably fit good. If I'm thinking, I'm trying to think how many I got my stand because I could probably fit my stand. I gotta have a good 30 at least in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking a prime like some crusty person comes with a huge 80s rock buyback.
Yes.
And I'm in the rock pop
And it
for
smells like cat piss.
15 minutes. Oh, and cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
I forget about these, man. People would get livid at you at Bull Moose if you had if they're bringing a scratched up copy of Jerry Maguire and they're like, I want to sell
10
this.
cents.
10 cents. I paid $13.70 for this.
I
It's like, yeah, 1982. I don't care if the continuity doesn't make sense. And
We
second,
have 50 of them.
and it's scratched.
yeah.
Oh man, it's so wow.
Oh man.
So it's a whole different podcast. Like,
I know I could literally talk about Bull Moose
the
memories.
shit I've
forever.
seen. Like I've
I
seen.
worked there for 7 years. I have so
That-
much shit.
That's like 21 years in Bull Moose years.
I know.
Bull Moose years is not like dog years, but it's like 3 times it. And I say that with love because I do love most of these memories.
Oh yeah, me too. Happy for them.
No hate. I'm glad I had these parts of my life to look back at. I've seen crazy shit. I've seen.
Same.
I've heard crazy stuff. One time, this is like really intense. I think this is like heavy story. Someone OD'd in the intersection in front of our Bull Moose. While in like driving, the car flew through the intersection, crashed into a tree. One of my co-workers pulled a hero moment, ran outside, saw it happen, ran inside, grabbed a hammer, smashed the window, and like put the car in park.
Whoa.
And then he was like the veteran. He was like the top cat pretty much in terms of years there. I think. I don't think he was manager, but he had authoritarian energy in a good way. And he's like pulled a switch like that, and I was like, this is like day
Wow.
17 at Blue Moose. Like, I think I'm feeling these vibes. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, sounds like whether it was record stores
Yep.
or ripping tapes, there were some things you were doing musically, and then just the right night hit you. So your first ever DJ set was at Flask.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
And I pretty quickly got a monthly there with Tasha after Drip Sweat. I think that went for like 2 years at Flask.
Yep. For the people at home who don't know, educate them on Tasha.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tasha Judson. She does hair right down the street.
Skirt, allegedly.
She does, yeah, allegedly she does my hair. Non-allegedly, truthfully. BFF, we're Gossip Squirrel together when we DJ, but she just had a baby, so, you know, we gotta give her some time to be like a new mom.
Mom Rex.
Yeah, Mom Rex, Ms. Rex.
Dope, because it's another very important DJ
Yeah,
out here.
Tasha's
doing-
sick.
Killing it. Congratulations on the baby, too. That's
Yeah.
very dope.
Yep.
Blessed, especially in a pandemic. I don't know how you did that.
Ms. Rex and goddamn Chan making babies
In a pandemic.
in a pandemic.
Killing it. Shout out Main Hip Hop. Shout out Main Dance Parties.
Main hip hop babies.
Hashtag Main Hip Hop Baby. Tremendous. Live on the phone. You remember the energy that night? Like, what was it like? Because you probably
I will
like,
never forget the energy
seen
that
the-
night because
yeah, talk on the
all of
phone.
our minds were fucking blown. It was, Flask was at capacity. There was a line outside. It was sweaty as fuck. Like, we wanted people to go get us something because we had been there for so long. I don't remember why we were there for so long. I think we decorated and stuff. And no one could, like, go get us anything and come back in because the line was so long outside.
Damn.
It was crazy, and nobody, I mean, this was literally our first time. We had zero anticipation,
Yep.
zero expectations. We just thought could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make a set like in anticipation up to this?
No, I never have a set. I just have like a 12-hour playlist that comes with me, and I
Yeah.
just go off the cuff every
Oh,
time.
Hell yeah, I want to talk about this. So, is it like pretty much a playlist where you just like, oh, I hear this song, this could be good live, I'll put it on there?
Yep.
Sweet.
I just put songs I like on there. I play around at home, so I practice at home, so... And it's all organized by, like, BPM, so don't get me wrong, it's, like,
Yeah.
pretty easy in that
Yeah,
way.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. BPM, again, for people who don't know, is beats per minute. That's very important for
Very
vibes at a
important.
party because it's almost like the subconscious pacing of music in a sense if you're not like really aware. Because if you're like a heavy music head, you're gonna start to like really be listening to like the instrumentation a lot of the times and like BPM, the pacing, transitions, things like that. But sometimes you're at a function, you have a couple cocktails in you, you're just gonna be like, all right, I just want to hear 808s, bass,
Yeah.
and like whatever's going on, I don't care. But like you want to make sure
140.
you're not the whole night. But sometimes you gotta put an 80 in there and like really just kind of like really get the vibe right.
Oh, I go the whole gamut. I run the gamut. I go
Yeah.
70 to, well, it restarts at
Yeah.
140, obviously, if
Yeah.
I want it to. But I do the whole, I don't stick to 1 BPM.
That's fun though, because that's what keeps people guessing. And that's I think it's almost like
You'd leave out so many great tracks.
an EKG. You gotta keep it like going up and down in waves,
Yeah.
like a wavelength, because you don't want to have it be like one
That'd be-
pace the whole night.
Yeah.
When did you dub yourself Double Dessert?
That was Tasha. She came up with that name.
Ooh.
We needed it for the flyers.
Yeah.
They were just like, what's your name going to be? And I was like, I don't know. And Tasha was like, she gave me like 3 or something. I don't even remember what the other ones were, but I was like, oh, that's my
Ooh.
life.
Do you like dessert?
Yeah, oh
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. Because I was like,
Oh, yeah.
it'd be funny. I'm that
Sometimes
bad.
I like
can't
just
sugar.
eat dessert.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So there was
Yeah.
notorious habitual dessert ordering and consuming predated to this name.
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad there was some history too because I
In a
was
big
like,
way.
I hope DJ Double Dessert really likes dessert.
I do. Big
Have you
time.
thought about maybe getting, this may be long term to get some passive income, but a DJ Double Dessert, it's like sweet treat line.
That would be cute.
Maybe medicated too. Full
Oh.
spectrum, hash
Mm.
rosin,
Hmm.
700
Let
milligrams.
me talk to my kitchen people at
Let's
my
get
job.
it. Alleged.
Allegedly.
That's for a different podcast too.
That's for a different
But
podcast.
still,
That's a cute idea.
You got me thinking about desserts. Let's
I
talk
like
about
whoopie
desserts.
pies a lot.
Is that what you?
But they gotta be the kind that have like cream cheese in the filling, or like some will put fluff. If they're a Maine whoopie pie, they'll mix fluff in the
I
filling.
have had fluff.
I don't like just a frosting
Heavy
filling.
like sugar frosting. can be a
Yeah,
little
no, it's too much sugar.
A whipped cream cheese
Gotta be
frosting.
like a dank whoopie.
Like a red velvet whoopie.
No
You don't
red
like-
velvet.
you don't like red velvet?
Sorry, no.
No, that's cool. It's not DJ Red Velvet.
No.
DJ Double Dessert. There's many other desserts we can enjoy.
A chocolate chip cookie, like a Hannaford chocolate chip
A
cookie.
big old one.
Yep.
I like
The packages of them. I'll eat that whole fucking thing for
with
dinner.
milk. Any milk?
No.
Just dry.
Well, I mean with water.
Okay, I was gonna get 10. I get parched cookie 3.
Yeah, I know. No milk.
Damn.
Mm.
I'm trying to think what else I like for desserts. I like brownie sundaes a lot.
Mm.
Those are hella good.
Mm-hmm. Had my first soft serve the other day.
Ever?
The season.
Oh, like
The
for
season.
the summer.
Yeah,
Like,
for the
shit. I was
summer.
like, damn,
Summer soft
That's
serve.
a big power move in dessert history for you if you have like,
Yeah.
your first soft
No,
serve.
hell no. It's got that aftertaste that just is nostalgia.
Mhm.
You know, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's interesting that there's 2 different types of ice cream too.
Yeah.
In terms of like more flavors, you obviously gotta fuck with the hard serve.
Yes, you have
Sometimes
to.
soft serve, like that hits the spot.
It hits the spot.
Like a
After you've
motherfucker.
been like swimming in the ocean, a soft serve with
All
sprinkles.
salty and shit.
Ooh,
When it's dipped too, the chocolate dip one.
ooh, the dip.
Oh, yo.
Yep.
All right, you get me like mentally diabetic. This dessert. I'm excited though. Well, hell yeah. It's interesting too. You said you just pretty much started playing almost weekly after that, right from there, or monthly.
Monthly, yeah. Yep.
Damn. I mean, what's that feel like when you're fresh in something and you kind of are getting like?
I would be
hooked up?
really shaky at first, but I practice a lot. Like I genuinely just love playing, so I just like practice. I used to. Now my stamina isn't as up to date because we've been sitting around a long time. So I've been
back. We're getting
practicing.
back.
Yeah, my machine broke during COVID, and I got a new one, so I was off for a while.
Yeah.
But now my stamina, I practice like 3 hours. Before I would stand there and just play for like 6 hours.
Damn.
Mhm.
Wait, like in your crib?
Yeah.
Just practice. That's like legit
I
practice.
love it.
That's a whole
Yeah,
night.
It's just really fun.
That's
yeah.
like you show up at what? Listening, you show
Yeah,
up.
it's like a
at,
job.
It's like an 8 to 2.
Mm-hmm. So I got like pretty good at it pretty quick because I literally just played like every day. I had an app on my phone and I don't drive, so I take the bus to work and I just play on the bus all the time.
Tremendous.
It's playing all the time.
You were just putting in work in the trenches,
Big time.
earning your stripes. And you started in the summertime too, right?
Uh-huh.
That's a good time to start. Actually.
Yeah,
that's
for
like
sure.
the best, obviously, time to like. Have the
I've
most
never played an
blast.
outdoor summer party. People? Yet?
Put that out in the universe. It's perfect
People?
summer.
It's the perfect summer for that.
We need that shit back.
Except for at the zoo, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean like a
A
specialty.
residence.
A specialty outdoor party, maybe in the streets or something.
Ooh, like a block party.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Whoever does those these days. Nosh hasn't been doing those. But they used to do those cool block parties.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh, I love a good block party.
Me too. We
I
need
think
more.
you kind of need one like at the end of every summer. Is that
Yeah.
just me? It feels like
Yeah,
a end of
it
summer
should
thing.
be. Should be.
Block the streets.
Maine. What's up? Block parties.
Block party. Because they do shit in Deer and Oaks, but like that's a park.
Yeah, that's a park.
I want to be on some
We have so many
streets.
one-ways that you can just block off so
Hell, they
easily
been
for the
doing
night. Yeah, yeah.
Those motherfucking. It's like
Yeah.
you gotta take 18 less to get from commercial to like the Congress sometimes.
It's true. Come on. Block
Yeah.
parties.
Hella block parties must be had in the future if I ever get into some public sector.
Yep.
That's number one on the bill. Allegedly.
Everyone listening.
Whoever has
Whatever
the
bar
power.
you work at, talk it up.
Yeah,
Block
that's
parties.
true. Marinate on this for us.
Yep.
Put some feelers up.
Yep.
As I mentioned before, you've been active on the scene. You've done sets at Sun Tiki, Oxbow, Thirsty Pig, Happy Wheels.
Happy Wheels.
Just to name a few.
Yep.
Do you have any like favorite local spots to really frequent at?
Yeah, for sure. I love. I mean, everybody's so fun everywhere. So there's so many like perks because all y'all working out there in the bars are Sweetie Pies. Sun Tiki, obviously, with the sound.
Yeah.
Sun Tiki sound is
So
sick.
good.
So,
good.
hi Sun Tiki. Let's have dance parties.
Yeah.
You guys have that parking lot? What's up with that? We could do
Yeah.
that, like an outdoor thing.
It's true. More feelers.
Yep.
More local money. More economy.
Let's go.
Local vibes. More incentives.
The
More
zoo's
parties.
fun. They've got good sound and they're outside.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. Yeah. It's all fun, you know? Done a lot of dance parties at Oxbow.
That's a pretty big venue too, actually.
Pretty big venue. Space Gallery. Not a lot. I feel like Space doesn't have as many dance parties as they used to. So, you know, they could have some more dance parties.
Yeah. Be cooler, allegedly. Hell yeah. One place you already mentioned, obviously, especially for great sound, was Sun Tiki. I want to
Such
talk
good
about
sound.
resample too, real quick.
Oh my
'cause
god, yeah.
You've done some sets of resample and some DJ sets, which is cool. Because resample
Yeah.
is known for being more startup of producers who like make beats. Obviously, people do their own flips, their blends. They play other songs too. Um, oh damn! Sorry for the loud noises. I think I dropped my phone. Skirt. But is the vibe there a little different than your other sets, or we're just talking the vibe at resample?
The vibe at Resample is actually really awesome because people go there to listen to music.
Mm.
Sometimes when you have a dance party at like Thirsty Pig, people go there to eat, so they're not.
Eat like sausages.
Yeah, and like especially this time of year, a lot of tourists going in there, you know, for their
So
dank wieners.
Yeah. Dank wieners.
So
Live music.
yeah, so they're like not as dancey or enthusiastic, which is fine. No hate.
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe, and so
Definitely.
yeah, so it's cool when people are there specifically to dance, vibe with music, because yeah, I don't like again, I don't like have a set, so I just vibe off of what people are vibing with, and so it's cooler when they
That makes
react
Hell
to
yeah.
me.
But you're very like in the moment, like aware, trying
Oh,
to pick up.
100.
I feel like that does make for. I mean, honestly, in every situation, for the most part in life, I think being in the moment is helpful.
Yeah.
Just because we have a lot of senses and it can be overwhelming to kind of like get in your head and not be perceiving. But at the same time, especially in music, when you're in the moment, you can really pick up on like a bigger flow because music is one of those interesting phenomenons that really ties people together sometimes without them really understanding how powerful it is.
Yeah.
Like if you have a room full of people like vibing to like Kate Trinata or Georgia Benson or Sheila E. or something, it's just like you know, like it's a good
That's
time.
a fun vibe.
You put on Earth, Wind and Fire, and then maybe
and they go wild.
and then maybe like a Young Nudie song, and then maybe you put on like a Sade song. I'm just saying, sometimes people just it's just weird. It's like a symphony. It's like when you
Yeah.
see birds in flight in the sky, but you're on a dance floor and there's like beer and everything's sticky. But it's the same kind of poetic motion to me. So I think when you can be tied into that, especially as someone who's curating the sounds in the room as a DJ or a producer or a musician on stage, whatever you may be, you just almost have a superpower in a sense, and it feels like in the moment sometimes you're like, shit,
You can.
I'm controlling the room.
You were controlling the room.
Do you have like any like really good memories where you felt like you put on a song or just blended like two songs really well and like
So many of them.
come on, drop a couple.
I don't know.
I love blends.
I don't know. I mean, you say it on the spot and my mind goes blank.
Oh, that's another phenomenon of humanity.
Yeah, like,
I'm
that's
an
a whole
expert
podcast.
until you ask me. What? I forgot everything.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. There isn't a lot that I consistently like blend together.
You
There's
shake
this
it up.
Kate Trinata produced Mick Jenkins song that blends like almost identically into a Carrie Foe song,
Whoa.
and I play those two together a lot.
Is it the one that's like pull up smoking on the window?
It's Your Love, I think is the name of it.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's on.
I can't think
It's
of
on
it.
the Waves EP, I think.
Yes,
I know what
it
you're
is.
talking about,
Yes,
yeah.
it is. Yes, it is.
Carrie Foe's dope though.
Yeah. Yeah, she was my last concert before COVID, actually.
That's what mine was.
What?
Mick
In
Jenkins.
Boston? Oh, Mick Jenkins? Weird.
In Boston. Where was it? Let's say
Uh,
Royale. That's where mine was.
no.
Yeah, that'd be too weird.
I don't even know the name of the
That is
venue.
kinda weird.
Tasha drove. So I don't
Shout
know.
out one of your homies, Drive.
Yep.
You high as you want before the show.
Yep.
Yeah, that is weird that I saw Mick Jenkins though and you saw. Anyway,
That
regardless.
is funny. Blends.
Blends are really cool. You can marinate on that question unless you have any that come to your mind right now. 'Cause it's kind of,
I mean, that one. What, more? I don't know.
that's true. I did ask and you answered, so.
Sometimes, like, if people know the track that you're blending in, like, if you can hint at it a little bit, like, usually anything produced by Swizz Beats, everyone can fucking recognize the first, like, 5 seconds of every Swizz Beats track. And
Yeah.
so it's, like, any, like, whatever it is, just, like, tease it a little bit throughout, and people, like, get really excited. It's like, yes.
Swizzy. He does his very unique production style.
Yeah, and it's like iconic and kind of old school, and I play a lot of like early 2000s style.
He was the master of like getting
Master.
the hype going. Especially this, I think mostly with the DMX stuff at that time. Like I can't imagine
R.I.P.
being at like a, oh, I didn't even think about nuts. Anyway, yeah, R.P. DMX, heavy, yo. He was in Cradle to the Grave.
That's true.
That's an amazing. And
Is Jet Li?
He was in
Cradle to the
Jet
Grave?
Li's in
Jet Li.
Jet Li and DMX.
Oof.
Go do
Yeah.
your research, Jack. And
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Belly yet,
Oh my
anyone
god.
out there hasn't seen Belly, you want to see like a
Iconic.
90-minute Hype Williams movie? It's one of the best motherfucking
You do.
hip hop movies ever.
You do.
Go watch
90
Belly.
minutes too. Like I could go on and on about how that's the ideal movie length time.
Ooh, that's another
90
good tangent
minutes.
podcast.
It's an ideal mixtape time.
Mm.
90, 60 is a little too short.
Yeah.
90.
Yeah, in terms of like curating like a mixtape, yeah.
Mhm,
Because you want to get the people like, oh, like I want to like be able to like really
That
sit
tell
on
a
this
story.
for a while. Exactly.
Yes.
90 minutes too for like a
90.
movie is a perfect excuse me for getting like non-heavy cinema people, because I can watch a
Mhm.
3-hour movie because I'm like a, you get me high and give me a couple snacks, I can watch a 5-hour movie.
Same. I love movies.
I'm a big movie guy.
Big time.
I love putting movies on mute, like mute.
Moot.
I mute the movie. I mute, and any other like shows, like I watch Sopranos a lot. I'll put
I
that
just
on
started watching Sopranos.
pretty-
Like for the
pretty
first
intense
time in
show.
my life.
I
On
said-
episode like 5.
Whoa, you. I watched that. Oh no, I listened to like something about the college one. It's like coming up.
Yeah, yeah. And everyone has been telling me to watch it for a long time,
pretty
and then this
fucking good.
movie's like coming out, and
It's
I was
true.
like, all right,
Coming
here
up
we
in
go.
fall.
Here we go. I'm gonna do it.
I like The Sopranos because I think it just displays life in like the most interesting way on TV I've ever seen. Because like the way it's shot and the cinematography and that kind of stuff is really well done.
It is well
The
done.
writing is so seamlessly intertwined, and then it's like sometimes you forget you're watching a mafia show because you're so careful about the family dynamics and
Right.
the restaurant dynamics, and then it's like no, I just saw someone get assassinated in a parking lot.
Yeah,
This
it's
is wild.
more violent than I expected.
It's
like,
very violent.
like I knew it was gonna be violent, but I expected more guns and less like just beating people bloody. I was like, whoa.
It's pretty rough. There's some rough
Yeah.
shit, but regardless, it's just
It's good. My one criticism is the women characters are whack.
that's
There's no good women
that's a fair
in
thing
the Sopranos.
to say because of how male dominant
And,
and oriented Hollywood is, and a lot
Yeah.
of like just visual arts are.
and it's like
From the top
older.
down, and then especially it's older. It's about male mobsters, and so all the women in the show don't really get enough. Like, actually, I will say as the show develops, there's some pretty good plot lines that show more depth to some of the women characters.
That's good.
Season 1 though definitely kind of
They're
has
just
like,
like intolerable.
yeah.
They're like the worst people.
The mom is Tony's mom.
I know she's awful.
Is the worst.
I do
dude.
like.
I hate
At
it.
first, I understood her saltiness because he put her in that nursing home, and I got that.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want that either, but.
It's a retirement community.
excuse me, retirement community. But man, yeah, she sucks.
That's true. Shout out to Sopranos.
Yep.
And shout out being able to. I love that my brain gets membership. Shout out being able to just watch TV for a long time.
Yep.
And I was gonna
It's a
say,
good skill.
I like putting shit on mute and then putting music on. You ever
Oh, yeah.
watch TV with the sound off? I do that shit a lot.
I don't really do that.
Yeah.
I used to do that with video games, like shut the sound off and
Yeah.
just listen to music
That's
for
fun,
video
too.
games.
And then anyway, the point before that though was that 90 minutes is
Oh.
a perfect length because there's cinema
Mm.
people like you and me who could watch like a 5-hour movie. A lot of people are like, all right, like if it's over like 90 minutes, I don't want to watch it. Like you say movies 2 hours, like I can't give you 2 hours of my life.
It's like that, and people fall asleep sometimes. They get all cozy.
I fell asleep in a
a little bit.
You ever fell asleep in the movie theater?
Yes.
I've done that a couple times. Pretty embarrassing.
I went with my grandmother to see The Bridges of Madison County, and I fully fell asleep. That
What-
movie was terrible.
You must have been pretty young though.
Yeah,
right?
I was. Yeah,
I fell asleep when I was like in my early 20s at some like Jake Gyllenhaal boxing movie. I got kind of like high and drunk beforehand, and I was like,
Yep.
and then I'm like, yeah,
Whoa.
I ain't really feeling this. It's
Yeah.
cold in this theater. It's nice. It was a summer night. Different headspaces, different
Yep.
times in our life.
Yep.
Tremendous. Shout out movies.
Love the movies.
Shout out blending.
Thank you for being open, Nickelodeon.
I can't believe they're open.
I love
I'm
it.
so
I went and
pumped.
saw Werewolves Within last night.
It was a good movie.
Very cute.
What is it?
It's like a horror comedy, like cheesy little, corny little werewolf movie.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I gotta go see it's just something. I love just getting like cooked and then going in there watching a $5 movie on
There's the
Tuesdays.
Fast and the Furious is in the movie theater right now.
Damn, you're right.
You
what else
gotta
is
do it for the family.
There's the Vin Diesel family memes. Yo, you been seeing that shit?
Yeah, nonstop. Nonstop.
I don't even watch those movies, and I can already like tell like
Mm.
what's going on just by seeing the news
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
movies. All right, I'm looking at the Nickelodeon. What's playing right now?
There's all kinds of good stuff coming up. I want to see that Suicide Squad flick with King Shark.
Did they? Yeah, they're remaking it, right?
I think it's just like a sequel.
Okay, I could be tripping.
I don't know. Maybe I don't read
Oh,
up
I
that
haven't
much
seen.
about.
Have you seen the first A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
Was that good?
Honestly, loved The Quiet Place too.
I gotta check that shit out.
I know some people were like, "Oh, I didn't need a backstory because shit's scarier without one," but it didn't bother me. I liked it.
I like
It
a good summer
added the
horror.
suspense to see how it all got started. You know, I don't know.
Oh, it's a prequel.
No, but they like give you a little bit of the backstory. Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know if you can see. I have A Quiet Place in my.
Yeah, I
in
saw
my
it.
upcoming movies
I've
that
been
I gotta watch.
I've been grilling your movies.
Ooh.
I like movies.
I got a.
What can
I
I
got,
say?
I got a good like movie collection on the right over here. That's the one you.
I
can
loved
keep.
the Idlewild soundtrack.
That's a great.
Lil Wayne
Nice.
had a song on that I fucking love. Hollywood Divorce. That's
I
what
don't
it's
remember
called.
that one. I just remember like the title
Hollywood
track and then remember
Divorce.
Morris Brown or something. Like that.
Mm.
Outkast, even like their soundtracks are dope.
Yeah.
Damn, I love
They're
being high.
so
You-
good.
I'm darting from so many different topics, but I still remember.
I
what we're
remember
talking
when
about.
Love Below and Speaker Box came out. I stood outside of Newbury Comics to get
Really?
that. Yep.
That is one of the most
I lived in
high
Boston
selling
then.
albums ever too. That sold,
I
like, in the 10
waited.
million.
I waited for that for
What'd you think?
an
First
hour.
impressions playing that.
I was always like that person that's like devil's advocate in the conversation because I was a Speaker Box gal.
Mhm.
I was big boy
Big
all the
Boy-
way.
That album is Big Boy.
It's like
That's
crazy
one of the best
good.
flows of all time.
Of all time.
His
Thank
flow's
you.
wild.
Wild.
Obviously, Andre's one of the best rappers of all time, but Big
Absolutely.
Boy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm absolutely not throwing any shade. I just am a big boy
Yeah,
gal.
I'm a big boy gal. Let's segue back to a question I wanted to ask about your mixes
Yeah.
because we talked about maybe a process for your live DJing mixes where you're really reading the room, seeing what people are liking, but delving into your variously sorted BPM playlist that you got that's deep. How many songs you say it was? 12,000 or something like that? Or
It's 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot less than 12,000.
Yeah, for sure. It's
12
not super
12
big.
hours is probably what, in the hundreds?
That's like 300, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's like 300.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But
it's not bad.
I've also noticed, in addition to that, you post mixes online before, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
And they
I
can
don't
go.
know if I still can. I have a new machine now. I gotta play around with it more.
Oh, you have
I
train-
literally just got it like last week.
Yeah. What'd you get for some new hardware?
I got the Roland 505.
Stepping up.
Stepping up. I have 4 decks now instead of 2.
Whoa.
Woo.
You doubled your income,
I did.
kind of.
Doubled my dessert.
Yeah. DJ Double Dessert Squared.
Yeah. And it's got some, like a live drum kit. It can sample. So I'm gonna do some playing around.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I want to just
I want to
maybe-
do live remixes. That's my, like, goal, I think.
Ooh, like put it like an acapella over a beat live. You mean?
Mm.
Ooh, that gets people. If you can do that right, people go ape shit. to that shit.
I'm gonna work on
A
it.
flip, as they say.
I just need to buy a cord.
You can do it.
Yeah, I can.
Well, I've noticed too, just in those mixes, you have anyone from like Jungle Pussy to Suicide Year to Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your eclectic mix. Is there any organization for those mixes, or is it very just like expression, kind of in the moment?
Yep. Expression in the moment.
That's some of the best vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's tremendous. Oh, there was something else I wanted to talk about. You kind of talked about, but it was you and Miss Rex's duo.
Mm.
Is it Gossip Squirrel?
Gossip Squirrel, yeah.
Which obviously is homaging Gossip Girl, the TV
100%.
show. Dope.
Yep, we love it.
In that DJing competition, I think you initially did your first night. You weren't partners with her, though, right? You were
No, I
partners with
wasn't. Yeah, I was partners with Catherine. I think, I don't know if she still DJs, but she was going by Kittens at the time.
somebody. Oh, I've heard of DJ Kitten.
Yeah, that's her.
That's funny. So then how did you and Miss Rex create the duo? Where'd that idea come from?
I don't know. We just all started DJing, and I did a night with Megan and Estelle. I don't even remember their DJ names. Sorry.
And we went through a traumatic year and we were high.
Yeah, like,
Gotta drink more water.
yeah, and it just kind of happened. It was like when you have a bunch of friends, some of you get more into something than the other two, and Tasha and I were just like more
Yeah.
into it, so we just
Just
did
the
it.
chemistry of you
Yeah.
all two attracted
Yeah.
one another.
And we were like close friends anyway, so it like made
Yeah,
sense.
it
Yeah, it
wasn't
made
like-
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, it
You're-
wasn't like we weren't friends because we weren't like DJ partners that night. That was just like, you know, for the night.
You were all in the same group of friends.
Yeah, I've known her forever.
Yeah, how did you meet?
Jake Millett is my baby daddy, and she went to high school with him, and I met her through him so long ago. Our child is 12 now, so like we're talking like 15 years ago.
Whoa.
So
I'm in it, as the kids say.
I'm in it.
That's dope.
Yep, known her for a long time.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Shout out I think it was like a virtual dance party y'all did for We Speak About It last year. or
Yeah, we
something.
tried. We tried. It was hard because, you know,
It was like early in the pandemic.
it was
if I
early in the
remember, too.
pandemic. A lot of people were doing virtual stuff. I think there was like a virtual overload going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, live streams. Well, I think
live
it's always
streams.
important to shout out organizations that are good about educating about consent and shit like that.
I'm obsessed with Speak About It.
Yeah.
I have DJ almost all their like fundraising dance parties.
Hell yeah.
Just
Like,
as like a volunteer,
We should do
just
a
because I love
backyard
them.
one for you next.
Yeah, I mean, I
Totally.
think they're just starting to get going, so they'll probably need some fundraising eventually, and
Backyard barbecue
maybe a backyard barbecue.
with sweets by DJ Double Dessert Squared.
Maybe.
We'll see. Just
Yeah.
throwing the energy out to the universe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. I wanted to make sure I shouted out that.
Yeah.
And then kind of one last.
WeSpeakAboutIt.org.
There you go. Go hit it to educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I
Give
want-
them money.
That's true too. They probably have a donation.
Yeah,
thing.
give them money.
That's good too. Yeah. But I always say your dollars are your votes, and that's important shit.
In this society, in this economy.
And then,
Yep.
what am I made of money? Shit. There it is. I just wanted to talk about Gossip Squirrel for a quick second. Shout out two dope women DJs out here. And I'm imagine, obviously, for the time being, there's parent duties. But you think
Yeah,
long term in the future, ever any more shows? down the line?
Probably. I invited her to do the upcoming show. She's not ready. Momming.
Yeah.
Duh.
Very fair.
But she didn't say never. So,
Tremendous. Well,
yeah.
congratulations again.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to do before I kind of wind down with my concluding questions, because we're 41 minutes in here.
Look at us.
We got a lot to talk about. We talked about everything from soft serve ice cream to the perfect movie length to the violence in The Sopranos. All assets of
So much
discourse have
punching.
been covered. But in terms of something fun to kind of switch it up before the end, I like to do rapid fire questions.
Oh, God.
But before I gotta make sure I preface this because people get confused. I started calling it rapid fire, so I think I gotta keep it with that name. It's more like first association.
Okay.
You know what to be like?
I don't have to be fast.
Yeah, just whatever
Thank
kind
God.
of comes to your mind first.
Yeah, okay, great.
But I like to call it rapid fire because it kind of adds high stakes to it for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. It brings the nerves up.
It really, yeah. But hey, like everyone's anxious here at Bending Strip, so we always take
Great,
deep breaths.
great.
This is an anxious, friendly zone out here, yo. Because I got anxiety the motherfucking day.
Hell yeah.
So I'm
Same.
always breathing and shit and just flowing through this shit, bobbing and weaving. It's tremendous. It motivates me. Regardless, you ready for rapid fire?
All right. Yep.
What is one of your favorite DJ moments that comes right to your head? Again, it's a very tough question.
It is a tough question. There's so many. I have a lot of really fun moments at Flask, just like dropping a song and people being like, yeah, you know, like that shit is the best. I feel like I can picture a few times that's happened at Oxbow too. It's just like, that's
Instant dopamine.
instant. Yeah, and you're just like riding so high on that.
It's a good feeling. You know?
It's a really good feeling.
I like that.
Hmm.
Favorite cereal?
Ooh, it's hard. I had to give up the old gluten over the
Yeah,
quar.
maybe like the
So now I just do a
pre-gluten free days.
pre-gluten cinnamon toast crunch.
Yo.
Cinnamon toast crunch.
CTC for you and me. That's one
Love
of the
it.
best ones.
Yeah, it's such a good one.
You get high. That box is not staying the night. That
No,
box is
no,
getting
no,
eaten.
all night.
I feel like too when I was a youngin', a box of cereal, I feel like it would last a week.
Yeah.
Now it's
no.
like, I'm like, this is just 3 big bowls.
Yeah.
That's just it.
And it's like $10.
Yeah. Yeah, if I try to get the organic, like I'll get the organic. One time I got like keto cereal.
Mistake.
Was
Was it good though?
Here's the deal. There's definitely some truth in your response. I really appreciate the honesty from DJ Devils there tonight too. First, it was like, "Yo, fuck your family if you eat red velvet," which was hilarious. And then now, I should be judged a little bit because if you're getting cereal, you probably like want a treat. Keto cereal really doesn't sound like a treat. Only reason I got it because I hadn't eaten dinner and I wanted want to make sure I hit my protein for the day, and add like 20 grams of protein per bowl,
Damn.
which is a lot.
That's a lot.
But when you eat the motherfucker, it's pretty much like little whey protein sugar balls that were like kind of hollow, and they weren't that bad. Cause listen, if I take 3 bong rips, fucking a shoe could taste pretty good to me if you chop it up and put it with some milk in a bowl. But regardless, I'm going with like Kashi cereal or like a kind of actual like more organic brand. The kettle cereal, yeah, I tried it. I don't know if I want to go back down that lane again.
I like an almond oatmeal kind of shit with blueberries in it.
That shit's
That's
gas.
my gluten-free go-to.
Have you ever had like muesli? It's kind of like another
I don't think
type of
so.
oatmeal. It has like almonds and nuts and like little dates and like figs and like it's
Yum.
really like good. I think sesame seeds and shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting. This has been. I'm so glad it makes sense. Like this has been a big food podcast. I'm like, duh, it's double dessert, yo. We talking
I
about
like food. Yep.
Food's tremendous. I mean, it's almost like you need it to survive.
It's almost like that.
And when you eat it, you feel good.
It's a little bit like that.
Back to the music. You can only pick 3 artists to include in your next set. It's like a 90-minute set.
3 artists.
Just 3 artists.
I mean, I could do a whole night with just Megan Thee Stallion. Are you kidding? You
Dude,
know how prolific she's been
I
during
have
quarantine?
peeped your IG, and you've been putting up a lot of Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
She's
she's
been putting out a lot of
been
music.
prolific during the core. And
She-
we haven't heard her in the club yet because it's been closed. So I could probably do a whole night just based on her.
Yeah, because well, she kind of popped off like heavy. I feel like in like
Heavy.
mid to late 2019.
Yep.
But I hadn't really like hit this like huge level that she is at now in terms of stardom.
Yeah, because
until
WAP came
2020.
out in the
Yeah,
core.
and it wasn't she the Beyonce song
Yeah.
in 2020, I believe as well.
Yep, right before.
And she was made for strip clubs.
I know.
I guess if like you go to Florida and Georgia and like states that didn't really care, she
Yeah,
was
they
down there.
yeah,
Yeah,
true.
so she was
For
killing it
us
down
though,
there.
it's like
Yeah.
I haven't even played in the whole year, so
Yeah.
yeah, I could do a
You're
whole
not
night
gonna
with
do
her.
it
But if I had to
right
pick
now.
3, obviously
Oh,
one, because that'll be easy, Megan.
Perfect.
Freddie Gibbs, easy,
That's a good answer. I love Freddie
easy,
Gibbs.
and 3 6 Mafia.
Ooh, that's good 3. Freddie Gibbs is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Yeah, talk about flow.
I've been playing Freddie since like 2011. I've probably been a Freddie.
And that'd
fan
be like
forever.
a sexy set, because you got Project Pat in there, you got Juicy
Oh, it'd
J,
be so
Megan, Freddie.
Get some
That's
Gangsta
like
Boo up in there.
Gangsta Boo up
And then
in
You
there.
can play like some even like slowed down songs like from Freddie. And Freddie Gibbs has songs like Careless. You know that song?
Yeah.
I can turn
I
a
mean,
function up.
Yeah.
We might have to put
I'm
some
like-
Freddie Gibbs on and get higher.
Yeah.
We'll see. I always
I've
say
been
that. I always
really
wanna do
heavy
that.
on the album Freddie lately, the one with the
Oh, that
pink
one's hard
background.
as fuck. The Teddy Pendergrass homage. Pushing weight.
Yeah, yes.
And then like Triple Threat's probably
Triple
one of my
Threats
favorites.
on there. Death Row is a really good track,
Oh, yeah, that song
produced
is
by
hard.
Kenny Beats.
And yeah, it has a sample of Boys in the Hood, I believe, on that one. Which I know I'm not really sample snitching. If you don't know that one, come on. Boys in the Hood is the one most iconic fucking West Coast beat. I'm trying to think what else is on that. The album's hard as hell. There's a couple more that I'm thinking. Automatics on that.
Automatics
Yeah.
on there. Yeah. Oh my god.
This shit's
Yeah.
so hard.
So hard.
I appreciate that you have this love for more like maybe softer, slowed down music, but then when it's time to put on the heavy shit, like you're not fronting, like you're not just gonna put on like Dub Baby's Pandora Radio. Like, you're putting
No.
on, no offense, that's not a diss either. It's just sometimes you go like rap, like, oh yeah, I like hip hop. I'm like, bro, all you do is play Rap Caviar. Like no hate, but
Yeah.
you're not really like putting on OG Freddie Gibbs bangers.
Yeah. I've been listening to hip hop since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
That's
goes
dope as
deep.
hell.
It goes deep.
Shout out hip hop.
Hip hop.
Who's a DJ? Maybe in the more higher rankings of fame in a sense. Who you
What, like
respect.
Manny Fresh?
Yeah.
Manny Fresh.
That's
Manny
your
Fresh
one.
is my answer.
And he motherfucking produces stupid beats
Yeah,
too.
like
He one of the-
he's like an icon. Yeah,
I like
I
that.
would love to be at a Manny Fresh dance party.
Manny Fresh and you do a night together. What song are you starting your set with?
Oh my god.
That's an audible question. Freestyle.
So that is a tricky question though, because now I need to know what time we're starting. Are we starting at 9 o'clock in Maine? Because no one's going to
No.
be there, so I'm not going to pick a great song.
Yeah. That's actually great. I kind of was
Yeah.
thinking in the same sense, like it's
'Cause
not even
Maine-
the first
people
song,
in
it's the
Maine-
timing.
Don't show up until like 11.
Even though shit closes at 1.
I know, you guys, it doesn't make sense. Why are you doing that?
Shit ain't
Show
gonna
up at
just
9.
Magically start at like 3 or end at 3 and like we ain't in the city.
No, show up at
Motherfuckers
9,
wanna go
have
home.
fun. Like, come on. damn.
And I like early shit too, because then you can have more of them.
You can have more, yeah. And you can go more places. Like, very often, Maine, like, it'll be nothing or everything in one night.
Yeah.
And so if you start early, you can hit it all.
Yeah, and how good is it when you get like a 9 to 11 somewhere? Maybe like an 11:15 to 11:45 somewhere. You probably get a drink. You're like, yo, I'm hitting one more spot.
Yeah.
And then guess what? My favorite thing to do, we blowing Doja and eating food late night and going back to my crib and watching TV and blowing
Yes.
more Doja.
Yes.
It's nice and it's. I'm getting excited.
I know!
This is rapid fire.
Okay, so if I'm picking
yeah.
like a really good song to start my night off with,
Yeah, maybe it's down in New Orleans and it's like a booming set that's starting at like, you know,
just
like
to kick off the night,
10.
maybe like Remy Ma, Conceited.
boom.
Boom.
Her debut album I fucking love.
Yep.
There's something about Remy. I think
Yep,
that's
that's
great
the
album.
one. I worked at Bull Moose when that came out,
Did you buy it?
of course.
You a OG DJ W. sir. Ain't nobody I ever heard on this podcast buy that album. GoPro time real quick.
Check it.
Skirt.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. All right. We'll probably actually we might end this thing within 9 minutes. We'll see. Regardless, I'm having a good time. Let's keep the rapid fire going. What's your dream venue to do a set at?
Dream venue. Honestly, probably like more roller rinks.
More Happy Wheels.
Yeah, Happy Wheels close, but maybe
Yeah,
more
okay.
roller rinks.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's
Like
a real
big
fun
one, like
vibe.
a big one.
Yeah.
Huge one. I'm thinking like down south they must have hella of those.
Oh my god, that would be really fun.
Portland food spot you love.
What is it called? Chiaro.
Oh, Cure Cafe is so good.
I live right near there.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite spots to get food at.
Yep.
Flores is kind of near them too. It's a
Yep.
Salvadorian
Oh,
food.
yeah.
That
Yep.
place is gastronaut too. I love
What's the one
bodega
on the
too, yeah.
corner by LFK? El Corazon.
They have some.
The fried green tomato tacos.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. I hate those in the quarantine on DoorDash. Once. I was like,
Yes.
these are pretty damn good.
They are very
I
good.
think that's like the thing I shout out the most that I've ever had there.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Obviously, this podcast is sponsored by Yardyton. I love Yardyton. Thank you so much. And let's get the rapid fire going. What's a goal you still have?
All of them. Just kidding. Who has goals? What are goals?
What are those?
I mean, truthfully, I like really want to swim with some humpback whales. Like,
I love
really
that
bad.
goal. That's the goal. Moving on. Advice to younger DJs just starting out.
Oh, just don't stop.
Don't stop.
Stop. And don't just listen to one genre, especially if you're into hip hop.
By the way, I'm a hip hop head. I go toe to toe a lot of people on hip hop information, I would think, respectfully as a guest in this culture. But hip hop samples every other genre.
Every other
When
genre.
you know other genres, you boost your hip hop knowledge. Never
Big
forget
time.
that.
It all goes together. It's all together.
That's very good advice.
Yep. Listen to all genres. All over the world genres.
That's
Listen
very
to
true.
Bollywood. Listen to, like
I'm big
Brazilian
into some Afro-pop
Tropicalia.
groups I
Yep.
love. Torre Kunda.
Yes.
You haven't heard of Torre Kunda? Toure, I think Kunda. Look them up.
Yep.
I got the best of 3 CD. I'm gonna hold it in the picture for the poster after
out
this
there.
to prove it. No cap.
Get out there. Listen to everything.
Speaking of listening,
Buy
what's it?
dollar vinyl.
Yes, that's true too. Buy cheap vinyl. Take a risk on a grab bag.
Yep. For sure.
And that probably boosts your DJ skills because you find that one gem no one else has.
Yeah. You need those gems.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of gems, what's an album you can always throw on?
An album I can always throw on. White Zombie, Astrocrete, Volume 1.
Does that have what's the big single from that?
Electric Head or More Human Than
That's
Human.
the one that I
More
used to
Human
play as a
Than
kid.
Human.
More Human Than Human.
I can love that album. Or Faith No More, Angel Dust.
Does that
Another
have
really good one.
Epic on it?
No.
That's before that.
Yep.
I have very limited like alternative 90s because I was like the pop radio of that like 5-10 years after that.
Yeah.
So I got the hits but not the B-sides.
I was born in 82, so,
Yeah,
you
well,
know.
I'm a 94 boy.
Yeah. I was deep into music in 94.
Yeah, you were a 6-year-old ripping tapes already. Full circle. Thug or Future?
Oh, Thug.
I think I picked Thug too. All right. I like Future though, don't get me wrong. Which fit is better, the apple bottom jeans and the boots with fur,
Yep.
or the baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps?
I'm a apple bottom jean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's a better, even though for perspiration, the baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps is probably better club attire.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get more eyes in the apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur in the club.
Honestly,
I think that's probably
for sure. I'm not real sweatpants kind of gal. No offense to anyone.
Yeah.
I get it. They all look good on all y'all. That's not my thing.
Mm. All right, well, you did it. You survived.
did it.
The most important part.
In 9 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, we still have probably 4 more minutes to
Woo!
go. I got my final questions here to
Woo!
wrap it up. I've been asking questions about 2020, like kind of in the most podcasts before this and during 2020, like how did you what was the silver lining kind of thing. But I'm like, you know what? It's 2021. It's been 2020 for like 7 months almost now. So what's something like you're looking forward to in 2021? That's the question.
Easy. Dance parties.
Boom.
Boom. We
That's
need
it.
them. You know, dancing boosts your serotonin.
Dopamine as well, maybe.
Dopamine as well, maybe.
And
Just got to do it. It's
is
good
there
for
anything
you.
maybe like you want to promote? Maybe at Portland Zoo perhaps on July 25th that involves dancing.
Yeah. You can go there from 2 to 4, I think is what I signed up for. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago.
It's on social media, people.
It will be on social media. I don't think they put times yet, but they will. July 25th at the zoo.
Tremendous.
Move your butts along the little picnic tables there.
Yeah.
Or
Get
dance.
busy.
Or actually dance. That'd be
Dance,
good.
have a
That'd be
cocktail,
good.
dance
Yeah.
some more. Do both at the same time.
Yep.
That's tremendous. Is there anything else you want to shout out, DJ Double Dessert?
No, but if anyone wants me to DJ a new metal night, I really want to do that.
Limp Biscuit Fan Appreciation
Yeah.
Night at the Portland
Korn.
Symphony Orchestra.
Coal Chamber, yeah. At Merrill Auditorium.
Let's do it.
Headbang in the chairs.
That'd be tremendous.
Start a mosh pit.
Eventually, I hope, like, when we're the pretentious pretentious senior citizens, you'll be hearing Korn string renditions with like heavy fucking
I
bass
think
stuff.
that exists for like weddings. I was at a wedding that had like string version of Foo Fighters going on.
Yeah, I can see like Everlong being in a string though. Like,
Yeah.
and Everlong's one of my favorite '90s alternative songs ever.
Foo
Especially,
Fighters
like,
are good.
The whispering in the background of that song gets me fucking.
It's really good.
I gotta get out of this.
You
realm.
saw Dave Chappelle with Foo Fighters recently?
No,
Oh, well, get online.
that's a dangerous combo. I love Chappelle
He performed "Creep" by Radiohead with the Foo Fighters at a Foo Fighter show,
That's like a Mad Lib.
like last week,
Damn,
like recently.
that's really cool. I definitely gotta peep that.
Yep.
Speaking of peeps, actually, I did write this down. Where can peeps reach you?
Instagram,
What's the Insta?
DJ Double Dessert. What is it? Double _Dessert_?
It'll be through Benny's Crib too, so you can
Yeah.
peep that eventually too.
There you go.
Is there anything else you want to shout out before I have my last question here?
No.
Tremendous. It's been a good interview. I'm pumped. We talked for an hour about a lot of fun things.
Yeah, we did.
I hope you
It was
enjoyed
fun.
yourself. I hope the heat wasn't too much.
Nah,
Tristan killed it as always. Thank you, Tristan.
killing it.
Shout
Lurking
out
around.
At _shop by Tristan. Book,
Yep.
money, other things.
Mhm.
Give many blessings to both of these people, and myself included.
Mhm.
But
True.
more importantly, where will DJ Double Dessert be 1 year from now?
Probably still in Portland. I've been in Portland for 16 years.
You like Portland?
I like Portland a lot.
Me too.
DJing all over the place. Let's get some good parties going
I love
that
it.
are fun.
Well, it's 9:40
Nice.
on July 7th, so I hope a year from now you're DJing the start of a party.
Yeah, maybe in Old Orchard Beach.
Ooh, it's my hometown, so I know
That could be fun.
It could get pretty rowdy.
Yep.
Well, DJ Double Dessert, thanks for being here.
Thank you for
What,
having me.
July 25th.
July
is the
25th,
show.
Sunday.
Peep it. Pay your child support.
Pay your child
And
support.
shout out the Universe. Shout out Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, especially the song "So Right."
Woo.
And if you know, you know. Shout out Yardie Ting for sponsoring this podcast. Go get some motherfucking food, and they got an event
Eat.
coming up. I
Ooh.
believe it's this Sunday. Look for more details on the Benny's Crib Instagram. And that's it, yo. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Brush your teeth. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. And peace.